Hey everyone, it's Dr. Charles, aka CoachMD, coming to you live on Facebook Live Monday broadcast, my magical Monday broadcast. I hope all of you fathers out there and families had a great Father's Day, or those of you who are in the U.S. who do celebrate that. Mine was great. And as you know, many of you know that my magical Monday broadcasts are for to get our week off on the right foot. And I do that just as much for you as I do for myself, really, because Monday, for me, just like everybody else, is a time when it's the new week is coming around. The unknown is there. A lot of people, including myself, have a little bit of angst Sunday night, not knowing what's going to greet us the week coming. So I like to do these magical Monday broadcasts to get us going on the right foot, to look for those great things that are about to happen in our week, and to give us some ways of looking at and approaching our week and our lives in a more productive manner. And as a lot of you know also, I'm a medical doctor, and some people wonder, what am I doing? Why shouldn't I be more concerned about what pills I'm going to give you, or what pills you should be taking, or want you to tell me about your medical illnesses? Well, not really. What I'd like to know is where you're from, how long you've been tuning into CoachMD. What do you think? Are you picking up anything? Is anything that I say resonates with you? Because what I do practice and what I do promote on these Magical Monday broadcasts is true holistic care. And what's holistic care? It's an importance and an understanding that mind, body, and spirit working together, integrated together, is true integrative medicine, is true integrative or holistic care. And that's what I like to focus on. So what I'd like to talk to you today about is paradoxical intention. Ooh, what's that about? Well, I just finished reading a book that's been out for many, many years. And it's a book that so many people have told me to read, and I just haven't gotten around to reading it. But I just finished it, and it's by an author, Viktor Frankl. And Viktor Frankl wrote the book that I read called Man's Search for Meaning. Viktor Frankl was in concentration camps. So anybody who ever says that, the Holocaust never happened or it was exaggerated, I suggest you read some of the books by first-hand accounts of what went on in these concentration camps. Well, here's one of the few who did survive that, and he became a renowned psychiatrist. And his focus was on one's search for meaning in their life, and one's search for a meaning in struggle, a meaning in circumstances that are just so just one can't even conceive of what he experienced. But so we go on in our lives, and what's going to face us this week, we may have certain people may have trouble finding or knowing where they're going to get their next meal, or where their water is going to come from, whereas some of us may have other types of struggles. I always talk about when I was going through my training in the hospital, and I always, my foundation, kind of my benchmark of life, is that we all are human. We all have a human condition. Mine is not any different or any better than somebody else's. So that goes with how the good things in life, and that goes with the bad things in life. My good things in life are not better than somebody else's, and my bad things in life are not worse than somebody else's. They're different, but they're not on a scale of better or worse. And things with struggles and stresses in our lives, a lot of people think that, oh my God, my stresses and my circumstances are much bigger. And so some people think that, as a doctor, my stresses and my responsibilities and my experience of stress is going to be a lot different than, let's say, somebody who's cleaning the offices. So when I was in the hospital, I would observe that. I would observe the orderlies or the people taking who were their job was to deliver people to certain testing, whatever. And I would see a lot of doctors and a lot of staff and a lot of higher ups kind of treating people with less respect because of their role. That they and this is not only in the hierarchy in the pecking order of medicine or in the hospital. This goes with in throughout life. So I would watch how other people would treat certain people, and what I kind of said is that yeah, I'm